same-sex benefits dispute may turn up on the Supreme Court docket in the coming session. At issue, health coverage for same-sex domestic partners of Arizona's state and university workers. Arizona Governor and Republican Governor Jan Brewer has asked the High Court to hear the case. In 2009, Brewer signed a law eliminating the same-sex health benefits. Lambda Legal challenged the state law, and so far, federal courts have said Arizona must continue providing benefits to same-sex partners. But here's what the state is saying. It is not allowable for same-sex partners to have benefits under state law because the state constitution defines a spouse as someone of the opposite gender. That statement from Doug Nick of the Attorney General's office in Arizona. Keith Humphrey is a plaintiff in the case. He's fighting against it. Tara Borelli, a Lambda legal staff attorney. Welcome to you both.
Good morning, Carol.
Thank you, Carol.
Good morning. Keith, first of all, tell us why it's so important for gay couples to have same-sex health benefits.
Well, I think that same-sex couples deserve the same opportunity to provide the love and care for their families that our heterosexual colleagues have. For me, it's a simple issue of equal pay for equal work that I do for the state of Arizona.
And you have, you live with your partner, right? And there's special circumstances, and you need these benefits to tell us, to what?
Sure. My partner is a stay-at-home dad. He cares for the 2 children that we adopted out of the foster system several years ago. In about 2009, he was unfortunately had a torn carotid artery inside his brain, which requires pretty significant medical care. And having these healthcare benefits from the state was quite a blessing to be able to make sure that we could provide care for him without public assistance.
And so, Tara, I turn to you. So is there something in Arizona's state constitution that would really prevent gay couples from having health benefits?
Not at all. In fact, Arizona has been providing these benefits now since 2008, and in fact reported on one of its state websites that the program was working well. There's simply no reason to tear down this important health coverage that's such an important safety net for these families. Arizona hasn't been able to produce a good reason, and every court to decide this case so far has agreed that there simply is no excuse for this kind of discrimination.
Yet the case may wind up in the U.S. Supreme Court. What do you suppose will happen?
I think it's highly unlikely that the U.S. Supreme Court would be interested in taking this case. It's at a very preliminary stage. Arizona began appealing the case very early on, and in fact, before it even introduced a shred of evidence about many of its defenses, including, for example, cost. There's negligible cost to this program. Arizona argues differently, but they have never put in a scintilla of evidence. They should be put to that test in the trial court, and I think that's an important thing to happen before the Supreme Court would consider taking this case.
And Keith, why did you decide to get involved in this?
Well, for me, it's an issue of just simple fairness, inequality in our society, something that I feel like I had the time, space, and willingness to do to fight for equality for my fellow gay and lesbian employees in the state of Arizona.
And Tara, anti-gay legislation has been cropping up across the country. It's a slow chipping away of rights that gay and lesbian couples have won. Is this a concerted effort by some across the country to chip away at the gains that gays and lesbians have achieved?
I think we have seen that in many places in a whole realm of important spheres, including the amending of state constitutions to strip same-sex couples of the basic right to marry the person they love. And some of these discriminatory laws are actually giving rise to cases that might be far more interesting to the Supreme Court than this one. For example, there are now 2 requests to the Supreme Court to hear cases about the constitutionality of the so-called Federal Defense of Marriage Act, including Lambda Legal's case Galinsky versus OPM. I expect the Supreme Court will be interested in those kinds of cases which present far more important issues of national importance.
Keith and Tara, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.